us prepared for that, Chakrit is going to give a speech called How to Add Humor to Your Speech. His speaking time is 8 to 10 minutes. Let's welcome Chakrit.
Fellow members, ladies and gentlemen, wow, it's my honor, pleasure, and pressure to be here and share my experience about adding humor to your speech. I wish at the same time you learn something new and I make you laugh a lot during this presentation. Because this is the presentation on how to add humor, so there may be some puerile behavior. Please apologize for that. Okay, so if you want to add humor to your speech, what should you do? There are simple steps that you need to follow. So first, look at the secrets of the pro. First and the most important things that I want you to remember is that always use humor that is relevant to your speech. A lot of speakers feel that they need to add humor to your speech, so they come up and tell a joke which has nothing to do with the speech. Okay, it's fun, but then the speaker will think, what is the purpose of the joke? I like it, but what is the purpose? So actually it makes the audience think why you tell that joke, and they cannot concentrate on your speech. So in my opinion, no humor is better than unrelated humor. Okay, this is the most important point. The second point is that you have to collect lots of ideas. If you read a blog by lots of famous stand-up comedy, they always say they make it look like they think the humor on the spot, but no, they prepare it. They have to collect ideas. So when you read books, magazine, internet, or conversation with your friends, if you get some good material, something you think is funny, you note it, you jot it down. It may be useful in the future. And the next one is that always use humor that you feel is funny. I make this mistake many times. People tell jokes and everybody in the room laugh, and I don't get it. Everybody laugh, so I try to tell it, and I bomb. So no, even though how funny it is, if you don't like it, don't use it. Okay. And the last thing is that you must rehearse often. Rehearse, rehearse, and rehearse. So now let's take a look at where can you use humor. Oh, by the way, everybody get the handout, right? There are 4 places in the speech that you should use humor. First of all, is the beginning of your speech. If you have a joke or funny story that's related to your speech, you tell it. It will be wonderful. For example, if you want to talk about the effect of depression, of loneliness, you can say 3 men stranded on the island, and angel came and want to help them. So they asked the American guy, okay, where do you want to go? I can send you to wherever you want to go. And the American guy said, oh, I miss my family in New York. Please send me back to the best steakhouse in New York and make sure that my family is there waiting for me. The angel said, you bet. That bing, he's in the steakhouse enjoying a great meal with his family. So the angel asked the British guy, okay, where do you want to go? The British guy said, oh, I miss the pub. Send me to my favorite pub in London, make sure all my friends is there with cold Guinness. Off he goes. So now the angel turned to a Thai guy. The Thai guy said, oh, angel, after the 2 guys are gone, it's quite lonely here. I'm lonely here. Can you take them back? So you see, when you feel depressed or you feel you're lonely, you cause problem to other people. This is a good example use of humor. And then you need to, if possible, use humor to illustrate each point in your speech. And along the presentation, I use lots of humor to drive home my points. And the third place is to use the humor to end your speech. If you can do that, it will make the audience remember your speech longer and they will like you more as a speaker. And the fourth point is to use it to cope with unexpected situations. This will make you look like a very professional. You can think in advance. For example, if I speak and someone's phone goes off, I can say, "Oh, tell that person I'm not here." Or if if there is a microphone and microphone starts to echo, I can say, "Oh, even the mic don't agree with me." Or if people came late, there's always people came late in the meeting. When the people came, you can say, "Oh, perfect, you come just in time for the next speaker. I'm almost done." Okay, and if this church got fire, run! It's not a time to joke anymore. Okay, so now we will take a look at types of humor that you can use. The first one is personal observation. Personal observation, what you see in your daily life. Always ask yourself, what is weird? What is scary? What is hard? And what is stupid? When you get the answer of these questions, that's good material. Just write everything that comes up to your mind. Don't try to make it funny. You will make it funny later by putting it into appropriate speech. For example, what is weird is that why people here likes to talk to dogs. People like to talk to dogs and they treat dogs better than their own baby. Some family call their dog baby and call their baby dog. So that is something very weird. And what is scary? I work in a restaurant and it's scary. The law insists that food workers always wear gloves to prepare food. And have you been to a glove factory? How can you know they are cleaner than my hand? It may be all dirty. I know where my hand goes and I always clean it. And what is stupid? Sorry, English language is stupid. Why you need all the past tense, future tense, and plurals? In Thai language, we don't have all these and we can communicate for centuries. And what is hard? I used to work as a flight attendant, and being a flight attendant is hard because you have to wake up when you want to sleep, and you have to sleep when you are fully awake. So that is a very tough job. So you ask yourself this question or what you see, and you jot down in your notebook or whatever system you like. If you have an iPad mini, you can put it in your iPad mini too. Okay, the next things you can use is jokes. Jokes. The key things about joke is that keep it short. Don't introduce joke. A lot of people make a mistake to say, "Oh, I heard a joke, it's very funny, I want to tell you." No, you just tell it. And don't tell, act. You perform your joke when you tell a joke. For example, Beth's husband go to see a doctor. Doctor, I think my wife has a hard of hearing. Oh, in that case, go home, try to call him from 40 feet. If she didn't respond, you walk to 30 feet, call her again, and if she still not respond, go to 30 feet and call her, come back and report the result. So Beth's husband go home, he saw Beth washing dishes at a distance. So he tried, "Beth," nothing. So he walked closer. "Beth," still nothing. "Beth, I answered you 2 times already. Are you deaf? You see, this way your joke will be much funnier. And always pause for the audience. And the most important thing is don't laugh at your own joke. And if your joke bomb, don't repeat it. If it's not funny the first time, telling it twice doesn't help. Okay, the next thing is personal anecdotes. You can tell a funny story from your life, like Marine just shared about his iPad minis. That can be a good funny material in her future speech. You know, my husband is so cool. He refused iPad mini. You see, people laugh already. Yeah, and my example is that I once dated a beautiful girl and we go to McDonald's and we watch movies together. We had a great time. I have a great time. And I will ask her. The problem is that when I want to drive her home, I cannot find the driving ticket, the parking ticket. I need to validate it, and I can't find it anywhere. I end up had to search McDonald's garbage for the parking ticket. And that's very impressive. And I don't have a girlfriend right now. Okay, the next thing is analogy. Analogy means you compare 2 things in a funny way. For example, woman is like an iPhone. She likes to be touched. She likes to be held in a hand. But if you press the wrong button, you'll be in trouble. Or a man is like a bank account. Without lots of money, there is no interest. And you can always also use quotes. There are a lot of funny quotes in the internet. For example, if you want to do a speech on the end of the world thing, you can quote Charles Schulz, as he said, "Don't worry that don't worry that the world will end today. It's already tomorrow in Australia." Oh, the time is running out. Okay, the next one is definition. If you can come up with funny definition, it will be very good. For example, Okay. Oh, I cannot find my note. Okay, let me try to remember. The funny definition, for example, what is the definition of divorce? It's a future tense of marriage. This is one thing. And actually I have more, but I cannot forget, and I lost my notes somewhere. The next thing is acronyms. Acronyms, you put a letter together and give it some word. For example, the best example of funny acronym is US. You say Uncle Sam. This is the way to use acronyms. Or what is an MBA? MBA, it's married but available. And the last type of humor you can use is create a list. Okay, a list of something and you throw some stupid things in the end. For example, you need to collect lots of material for your humorous speech, and you need, to collect material, you need a notepad, a voice recorder, and some food. Or, I like things European. I love Mercedes-Benz. I speak English, and I always eat Haagen-Dazs. So you throw some stupid things in the end. So these are the example of how you can add humor to your speech. So I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and use humor in your future speech and try humorously speaking manual. And the best thing of all, I dare you to join the speech contest. Hope you have a funny future.
Mary Lee, can you get 2 minutes for evaluation?